Sure. Okay. Am I audible and visible? Okay. Yummy evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. My name is Sadhana, and I will be your SA of today's meeting. I welcome you all to the meeting of the Vellore Toastmasters Club. Wait. At starting, you told yummy evening. Why yummy? Why yummy evening? Is there is any reason? Yes, of course. Why? Because to our club, sorry. It's not a club. It's gonna be a factory. A factory? Yes. Shh. You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be a chocolate factory. Come on, let's all dive into it and taste everyone's speech. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in a Toastmasters meeting. Now, as the meeting are happening in online, because of this, there will be a ground rules for this. As the Toastmaster, we do not talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. Please put yourself on mute, and if you're not speaking, please turn off your video if you're not stepping out of the meeting. As everybody in their life has mission to achieve their goals. Likewise, our Toastmaster Club is also having a mission. The mission of a Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member for the opportunity to develop a communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth with us. I announce this meeting as an open and hand over to the stage to TMO.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sadhana. Let me officially declare open the very first session of this new VTC 109. A new beginning and a new term in Toastmasters is always so exciting for all of us to gear up, take the learnings of the previous term, set new goals, and are ready to execute them. As we open a new chapter in VTC and Toastmasters, I'm overjoyed to have a full-spirited ExCom, a new area director whom we already started liking so much. Today is a special in another way. We have a newest Toastmaster who's been a Toastmaster only for a couple of months, yet coming forward to take up the role of a Toastmaster of the Day. That too with a thrilling theme, VTC in Chocolate Factory. Boy, have I yearned to go to a chocolate factory after watching the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when I was little. But the nearest I got into any factory was a Parryware factory. Hence, I guess I can satisfy my yearning in today's session. Without any further ado, let me call upon the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Pratyusha, to take us on a chocolatey ride with her theme VTC in the Chocolate Factory.
Thank you, Proceeding Officer. Hello, people. Happy evening. Hello, Toastmaster, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and also the holders of golden tickets. I am Pratyusha, aka Willy Wonka, aka Toastmaster of the Day. As Toastmaster of the Day, it is my responsibility to introduce today's speaker. After the speeches have conducted, I will ask the timer report, request ballots to pass to the vote counters, introduce the general evaluator, ask the R counter for their report, ask the grammarian for their report, and call on the vote counters for result. I will then return control of the meeting to the president before we conclude the evening. A golden ticket. It is a pass that allows the owner to get into VTC Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Greetings to you, the lucky finders of this golden ticket. From Miss Willy Wonka, I shake you warmly by the hand. Tremendous things are in store for you. Many wonderful surprises are awaiting you. For now, I do invite you to come to my factory and be my guest for 1 hour and 30 minutes. You and all others who are lucky enough to find my golden ticket. I, Willy Wonka, will conduct you all around the factory myself, showing you everything that there to see, and afterwards, when it is time to leave, you will be escorted home by a profession of large truck. The truck, I can tell you, good. You will be loaded enough with knowledge that lasts for many years. If at any time thereafter you should run out of the supplies, You have only to come back to the factory and show me the golden ticket. I shall be happy to refill your cupboards with whatever you want. In this way, you will be able to keep yourself supplied with supportive and positive learning experience through rest of your life. But this is no means that even more marvelous and even more fantastic things aren't waiting for you. That all belongs to the golden ticket holders. A delightful evening and perplexed that beyond measure. In the wildest dream, you could not imagine such thing that could happen to you. Just wait and see. And now, here are your instructions. The day has chosen for your visit is 10th day of the month, July. On this day and no other day, you must come to the factory gate, the Zoom meeting, and make yourself available distraction-free. Let us talk more about chocolate room and a candy land with a river of chocolates and many more stuff after the XCOM installation by our area D4 director, Toastmaster Abhirami Ayyappan, who is also a chartered accountant by profession and Toastmaster by passion, currently working as an audit manager at PwC Acceleration Center, Bangalore. She has been a Toastmaster for 3 years and has served many leadership roles like SAA, VP membership, VP education, and president at her home club, Chennai Toastmaster Club. She is currently serving as the area director of Area D4 and Division T, podium finisher at the Division C International Speech Contest 2022. She has been the contest chair of Area C4 ISC and PT Contest 2022, being the chief coordinator of CTM Speechcraft conducted in 2022. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratusha, alias our Villonka for the day, with a very warm introduction. I'm really delighted to be here today. There's so much of energy. That's something that I said at the start, but I would again repeat it. Right from the first interaction with VTC, everything has been really high energy. I can see how passionate Toastmasters you're all. I think Toastmasters, the vibe. Once you know a Toastmaster with the same vibe, just hits your heart. That's how I feel today at this moment. Thank you so much for having me here. Now, I think without any further ado, let's get into the installation. So I wish you all a great year ahead. And before we get into the installation for today, I think I should be saying a few words for the outgoing XCOM members. So I would request the outgoing XCOM members on Spotlight, please, or maybe the gallery view. So yes, so we have the outgoing XCOM members, President Toastmaster Saumini, VP Education Toastmaster Kriti, VP Membership Toastmaster Darshini, VP PR, VP PR Toastmaster Ashwin, Secretary Toastmaster Priyanka, Treasurer Toastmaster Kirtana, SAA Toastmaster Bharath. So at this time, you're all discharged from all of your duties and responsibilities. Thank you for the excellent service that you have contributed to this club. Let's all give a big round of applause to the outgoing XCOM team. Now it's time to install the new officers of Vellore Toastmasters Club. So I'll briefly state the key responsibilities and remind them of the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club one of the best in Toastmasters International. This will involve helping the members achieving their goals as well as leading the club to the President Distinguished Club status with SIA. Will the new officer team please come forward in the order from Sergeant at Arms to the President? So I'll request the host to facilitate spotlighting with the Sergeant at Arms first. Allow. Yeah. I'll now describe the challenges and key responsibilities for each officer, beginning with the Sergeant at Arms. So yes, I have Toastmaster Sadhana on spotlight now. Toastmaster Sadhana, as a sergeant at arms, you will be responsible to arrange the meeting location, maintain the club equipment in working order, ensure the adequate club supplies are available, set up the meeting room before the meeting begins, make all relevant educational and PR materials displayed and available, attend to the special equipment needs if any, greet the guests, and help the president to make sure the meeting begins on time. Toastmaster Sadhana, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Please acknowledge.
Yes, I will perform very well. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Next, can I request Toastmaster Pratyusha on spotlight? Great. So Toastmaster Pratyusha, as treasurer, you will be responsible to keep the financial records and prepare the club budget, announce when it's time for members to pay the dues, explain the due structure to your members, collect the dues, and work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits dues promptly on time to the Toastmaster International World Headquarters. Toastmaster Pratyusha, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes.
Thank you for the confirmation. Next, can I request Toastmaster Mahalakshmi on spotlight? Yeah. Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, as secretary, you will be responsible to maintain an accurate membership roster and attendance, submit the new club officer list to Toastmaster International by 30th June, work with the treasurer to ensure that every new member application and dues get to the Toastmaster International World Headquarters as soon as possible, work with the treasurer to submit your club renewals on time, provide the club with minutes of each meeting. Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Definitely, I will do my best.
Thank you for the confirmation. Next, can I request Toastmaster Shrutika on spotlight, please? Yeah. Toastmaster Shrutika, as VPPR, you will be responsible to attract visitors to the club through free publicity, use a variety of means to promote the club, enlist your fellow club members in PR activities, providing them with promotional materials and ideas for inviting guests, regularly recognize member achievements with methods such as announcements, newsletter, emails, and articles that you submit for the newsletter. Toastmaster Shrutika, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Sure, I'll do.
Thank you for the confirmation. Next, can I request Toastmaster Kirti on spotlight, please? Okay, I should be reading it as Kriti. Okay. Okay. Toastmaster Kriti, as VP membership, you will be responsible to lead the club membership building efforts to achieve the membership goal of 8 new members. I would disagree with the 8 new members. We would go up to 20, do our best. While the VPPR motivates people to visit your club, you motivate the current members to invite guests, promptly give new member applications and dues to secretary and treasurer, personally greet guests and provide them with guest packets, including membership application. Make sure each guest hears about the benefit of Toastmasters and get a personal invitation to become a member. You will also represent your club at the area council meetings. Toastmaster Kriti, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will do my best.
Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Next, can I request Toastmaster Bharath on spotlight, please?
Yeah, sorry, actually, I'm in travel. Do I need to switch on my camera?
That's okay, Bharath. If you're not able to, it's all right.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So Toastmaster Bharath, as Vice President Education, you will be responsible to gain commitments from members to set educational goals. Club members are aware of the schedule of the meeting roles, plan meetings that will assist members in meeting their goals. Work with the club members to keep meetings fun and well run. Work with your members to ensure that they submit their application for educational awards promptly. provide for educational topics at club meetings, such as those from the Successful Club Series and Better Speakers Series, represent your club at area council meetings, and as a second highest ranking officer, you will preside over the meeting when the president is not available. Toastmaster Bharath, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Toastmaster Bharath, please confirm.
Yeah, yes, sure. I'll do my best.
Thank you for the confirmation. Next, can I request the woman of the match today, Toastmaster Saumini, onto the spotlight, please? Okay. Toastmaster Saumini, as a president of Vellore Toastmasters Club, you're the chief executive officer. Thus, you will preside at all club meetings and all meetings of the club executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club adds new members and meets the needs of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. Establish a club climate that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding to its members. To realize that among the resources available to you are your fellow club members, your club officer team, club officers handbook, area director, division director, district 120 website, and all the other district officers. Toastmaster Saumini, you hold the gavel, yes, the imaginary gavel now, as a symbol of the power and authority that your club has given you during your term of office. I'm confident that you will use it wisely and with restraint. Toastmaster Saumini, as a member of Vellore Toastmaster Club, as well as its leader, you will work with your executive team and club members to make your club a President Distinguished Club this year. Please confirm.
Absolutely, Toastmaster Abhirami, I shall.
Thank you for the confirmation. Now it's for all the members of Vellore Toastmaster Club. Your officer team has just pledged to serve this club to the best of their ability, to be the best Toastmaster Club possible, and to meet the needs of all its members. Your club will need active participation from each member out here. Do you all as members pledge to work together with your officer team to make Vellore Toastmasters Club the finest Toastmasters Club it can possibly be? Please unmute and confirm.
Yes.
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 Great.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So by the authority vested in me as your area director, it is my sincere pleasure to declare these Toastmaster officers installed in their respective club offices. Congratulations, team.
Thank you.
Please join me in extending a very warm welcome to the Club XCOM team for this Toastmasters here. And now it's time, before I hand over to the Toastmaster of the day, it's time to hear a few words from our president, what she envisions for our club. Over to you, Toastmaster Saumini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhirami. So this term, it was a shock that I had to continue my term as a president. But whatever that we were able to achieve, I envisioned to achieve it tenfold in this term. And whatever we were not able to achieve, I envisioned that with the very new XCOM and new energy in the XCOM, and with every single member of VTC, we aim to make VTC a President's Distinguished Club. And even though every single XCOM member is termed as a leader who is taking forward and representing the club, I think every single member is, I think the XCOM members are a representation of the club, that which every other member is also. So without the other members, XCOM cannot work. So I need the support of all members of my club to take this club forward. So over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhirami Ayuppan, for the initialization. Please enjoy the session. Thank you, Toastmaster Saumini. Now, coming back to the land of chocolates. Chocolate just did not start coming from the factory's history. Chocolate has 4,000 years of history. Being the ancient, has coming from the ancient Mesoamerican, presently in present days called as Mexico. It's here that's the first cocoa plant were found. The Olmec, one of the earliest civilizations in Latin America, were the first to turn the cocoa plant into chocolate. They drank their chocolate during rituals and used it as medicine. Centuries later, the Mayans prized chocolate as the drink of God. Mayans chocolate were revered brewed and made of roasted and grounded cocoa seeds mixed with chills, water, and cornmeal. Mayans poured this mixture from one pot to another, creating a thick foam beverage called zocolate, meaning bitter water. By 15th century, the Aztecs used cocoa beans as currency. They believed that chocolate was gift from the gods and drank it as their refreshing beverage and even to prepare for war. No one knows for sure when chocolate came to Spain. Legends has it that explorer Hernan Cortes brought chocolate to his homeland in 1528. Cortes was believed to have discovered chocolate during an expedition to Americas in search of gold and riches. Found cup of cocoa given to him by Aztec emperor. When Cortes returned home, he introduced cocoa seeds to the Spanish. Though still served as a drink, Spanish chocolate was mixed with sugar, honey, and sweetness to natural bitter taste. Chocolate quickly became popular among the rich and wealthy. Even Catholic monks loved chocolate and drank it as a religious practice. The Spanish kept chocolate quiet for a long time. It was nearly a century before the treat reached neighboring France and then the rest of Europe. In 1615, French King Louis married Anna of Austria, daughter of Spanish King Philip. To celebrate the union, they brought a sample of chocolates to the royal court of France. Following, France's lead chocolate soon appeared in British at special chocolate houses. As a trend spread through Europe, many nations set up their own cocoa plantation and country along the equator. The history of chocolate continued as to treat remaining immense popular among Europeans. Royals and the upper class consumed chocolate for their health benefits as well as its descent. Chocolate was still being produced by hands, which was a slow and laborious process. But then the Industrial Revolution was around the corner. Things were about to change. In 1828, the invention of the chocolate press revolutionized chocolate making. The innovation devices could squeeze cocoa butter from roasted cocoa beans, leaving the fine cocoa powder behind. The powder was then mixed with liquid and poured into mold, where it is solidified into an edible bar of chocolate. And just like that, the modern era of chocolate was born. Similarly, there would be no Willy Wonka's chocolate factory without the Wilbur Wonka, aka the General Evaluator, aka Toastmaster Darshini. Toastmaster Darshini, she's a business grad student. When asked what chocolate means to her, she said, "Chocolate has always been dear to me. It has lightened up my mood every day." Toastmaster Darshini, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of today. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. As the Toastmaster of the day told, chocolates has always been very dear to me. And I think that it can lighten up anybody's mood any day. So, welcome to VTC's Chocolate Factory. For the benefit of our guests and newbies, the meeting consists of 3 segments: the prepared speeches, the table topics, and the general evaluation. The evaluations part will be handled by myself and my tag team, the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. So let me call upon my tag team for their introduction. First of all, let me call the timer for today, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today is a wonderful special day for me to remember such a sweet memories. To have our special new EXCOM members, our honorable guest, Area Director Toastmaster Abhirami with us. That's why I guess Toastmaster Pratiksha take us into the chocolate factory. Today, time plays a vital role when the life begins and ends. Likewise, chocolates enter to my life when I went alone to the shop. That shopkeeper Anna gave me a 1 rupee assay chocolate, and still it continue with me. I'm pretty much sure it will come to my end also, because why I'm saying, my grandmother, she is 67 years old, she is asking me a chocolate when I enter to my home. That's why I'm also must be my chocolate also continue with me at end of my life. I'm very happy today be a timer of the day and welcome you. Wonderful. I'm welcoming you all. Be a it's my responsibility to explain my duties like a timer. I will make it note of the times used by speakers in the table topic sessions, and I will show the time limit within the time limit. For prepared speech, the time limit should be 5 to 7 minutes. I will raise my green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, 7 minutes maximum time. I will raise my red card. For table topics, each speakers must have 2 minutes. I'll raise my green card at 1 minute, 1 minute 30 seconds. I will raise my yellow card, and 2 minutes I will raise my red card. Evaluation speech. Every evaluator has 2 to 3 minutes. I will raise my card according to the timings. And over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Darshini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. Moving on, let me call upon the art counter for today, Toastmaster Sound.
Thank you, General Evaluator. As they say, you blink and you miss the wonders of the chocolate factory. Your ahs, ers, and ums in your speeches take away the attention of the audience while you speak. Hence, I will be making note of all the filler words, pauses, and repeated words, the crutch words that you use in your speeches to inform you at the end the number of usages that you had in your speeches, so that you are aware of where you use fillers and how to avoid them. I shall give my report towards the end of the session. Over to the General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soundly. Moving on to the grammarian for today, let me call upon Toastmaster Kriti.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Who doesn't love chocolates? We all do. Am I right, guys? Chocolate, when made up with right proportions, right ingredients, it has an everlasting taste in our mouths. When same goes with the grammar. When grammar is having right proportion of tenses, preposition, punctuation, etc., and etc., it makes an everlasting effect on our peers, colleagues, and our society. As a grammarian today, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all this, to the speeches, listening carefully to the language usage. I will take note of improper language as well as outstanding words, thoughts, and sayings. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day for today is aromatic, meaning having a pleasant and distinctive smell. Example sentence: my mom bought the most aromatic bar of chocolate from Belgium the other day. It was so delightful. Anyone wants to give a try? I encourage everyone to use the word of the day in today's meeting. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster Darshan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kriti. With this, I hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster today. I'll be back with the report towards the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshini. Back to chocolates. Chocolate is the first luxury. It has so many things wrapped in it. Deliciousness in the moment, childhood memories, and the grin-indulging feeling of getting a reward for being good. Have your mother ever given you chocolate for being good? Yes, my mother always gives me. Everyone has their favorite, a go-to chocolate, a go-to flavor. But how many of you actually know what are the different kinds of chocolates? Do you know what is the differentiate sweetness from bitterness? Or why white chocolate is softer than the milk chocolate? It has come down, it all comes down to how the chocolate is made and what ingredients are used in it. Let's now learn the variety of flavors, composition, and characteristics of each kind of chocolate. First, let me go with the chocolate liquor. Liquor. Are you all thinking about alcohol? No, it doesn't mean it contains alcohol. Chocolate liquor is something referred to an unsweetened chocolate. It is the base of all chocolates, which is thick, brown, paste-like structure, is created from the cocoa nibs. The inside of the chocolate bends, the nibs finely grounded to smooth texture. When heated, the paste turns into liquid and can be formed into bars of chocolate. The chocolate liquor is 100% cocoa with no added ingredients. Under high pressure, the paste separates it into cocoa butter and cocoa powder, also known as the cocoa solids. Despite the name, chocolate liquor does not actually contain chocolate. Few other types of chocolates are white chocolate chips, white chocolates, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, bitter sweet chocolates, cocoa powder, and ruby chocolates, and many more types. Let us hear more from Charlie, the speaker of today. Toastmaster Sadhana is an IoT intern at HCL Technologies. When asked, "What does chocolate mean to you, Toastmaster Sadhana?" she said it represents the sweetness of her character, which she admires the most. Before we call upon Toastmaster Sadhana on stage, let us hear from her evaluator, the Ompa Lopez, Toastmaster Kriti Surana, to define her speech objective. Kriti Surana is a curious and hyperactive person. When asked what does chocolate mean to her, she said, "I have always loved chocolates." And her childhood story of chocolate would be, she always asks her mother to give her chocolate for energy, give her energy to study, like motivation. It gives her a push to do new things. Yes, here to Toastmaster Kriti Surana.
Toastmaster Pratyusha, today's evaluator, we have Toastmaster Angiras. Like, it was last, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just read out the speech objectives. These things happen when somebody joins you at the last moment, no problem at all. So my target speaker, Sadhana, is attempting a project from innovative planning. It's project 2, level 2. And the purpose of this particular project is to identify her leadership style and share some aspects of it with us here. Timer, please note the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. And all the very best to you, Toastmaster Sadhana. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Willy Wonka.
Sorry, Angiras, that I did not note it before the meeting. Toastmaster Sadhana, F squared. F squared, Toastmaster Sadhana.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Once again, good evening, club. If I'm not wrong, the common question that currently runs at your mind is, what is F square? Is that so? Okay, let me reveal it. F square is nothing but finally found, and that's F square, finally found. Uh-oh, but still, there is a question there. What is finally found? Yep, we'll tell that too. Since it was my project and my task is to connect with my audience, I made a little survey and asked nearly 15 to 20 members regarding what is leadership and how to how you're expecting a leader should be. And if you're a leader, what would be your workflow with what would be your workflow? With the help of those points, I was done a project. So that was a group project made by common students like my friends and like my classmates. So the project it's not a project for classes, but it was project for our part-time job. So the part-time job, in the sense, we used to do in a machine learning coding. So we used to do coding and we used to sell that to someone else. So this was a part-time job actually we are doing as a. So there will be a team one, team two, team three. Those who will do data processing and those who will collect the data and gather. So the team work will done. So I have done many projects during my undergraduation and post-graduation, but still in something at some process that I mess up with. Like we all know, right? So the coin has both sides. Like there will be there is some flaws during I was done my project as a leadership. So I have taken 2 to 3 projects as a team leader. So then also there is some flaws that I made because of due to delays in project, some etc. Some there are reasons like coordination, adjustment, knowledge sharing. These are the things, and it may sound you like a small issue, but the thing is, this was a major defects that will create during a team and also in our project with our task. So after going through this survey, after I done with this survey, I come up with 8 points from them. So first thing, being kind to our teammates. Second thing, feels them comfort, make them comfort. Third, knows about individuals. So we have to know our individual teammates, what are their strengths and what are their weakness, and they are what in which thing they are good at. And coming to fourth, asking for suggestions. Fifth, discussing with one another. Sixth, sharing the work and as well as the knowledge. And seventh, understanding each and every person's. And the eighth one is an important thing, that is coordination. So everyone have to do their work at times. So that have to be coordinated. So with the help of those 8 points, before the survey, I didn't use these 8 points. Maybe 1 or 2 points I may taken up when I was a leader in a team. But after going through this survey, I done that part-time job project, and with the help of those 8 points, I gathered. And seriously, the result is amazing. Why? Because I done the project before the due date. So that was seriously a surprising shock to me. So before the survey, I didn't execute those points I told already. With the recent project, I done it and I made it. So this is how we have to. The project also sold out in a very good manner that we didn't expect it. Then I understood. So this is also an leadership quality, like dedicating ourselves, not thinking selfishly, being humbleness with our colleague, with our teammates, and lying for good thing is also lying for good sake. For example, if my teammate is not feeling well or something like he could not do it, I should not go and complain to my client that he's feeling well and he's not doing the work, or to my managers. I should not tell them. The small lies is also for a good sake. For a good sake, we have to lie in that sense. So for this, I identified my style of leadership is democratic. Democratic, yes, I mean more likely to ask how do you see it, and wherever possible they share informations with their team members that affects the work responsibilities. Now it's time to give a tip. As a leader, we have to understanding a person about the situations, like as well as about our team members and everything. We should know how to get work from our teammates in a polite and humble way, and we have to positively motivate them to cope up with the situation, being friendly, involving in such things that you would know experience. Even everyone is not having an experience. Without an experience also, we have to dive into it and to sort out the problems and start to learn and make a solution. Take risk to be a brisk. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you for wonderful speech, Charlie. Let us all have a minute break to give our feedback to the speaker. Timer, please let us know.
Time up, Pratiksha.
Thank you, timer. Finding similarities with other people helps us live happy and healthy lives. Your life may feel ordinary to you, but it may seem extraordinary to someone else. Every story shared is a chance to make someone else feel less alone. Let us know each other's story by answering a few questions. Let's begin. Can I have a volunteers to share their stories with me?
Stories regarding?
The questions I asked you about.
Okay.
Maybe you can repeat the question and then ask us to volunteer.
Yes, I can ask this question to Kriti. Kriti,
Okay.
you answer my question?
Yes.
First question is, what would you do with a Ferrero Rocher? Eat it or give it away?
Of course, eat it. Eat a whole entire box, then gift away the box. If you want.
What
If
would
you want.
they do with your box?
It's okay. The name it has, they can have it.
Oh.
Ferrero Rocher.
Typical
I'll empty it.
Indian household, we have all our tailoring items stored in biscuit boxes.
I have jewelry stored in chocolate boxes. Yes, the next question is treasured chocolate memories from childhood. Would anybody be willing to talk about it? Treasured chocolate memories from your childhood.
Yeah, I'll go about my treasured memory
I'll
about
do.
a chocolate wrapper, not even the chocolate, because that was from my first crush at college. So it was very, very special. So I saved it and kept it for years and years. After a point, it was like, okay, that was again one of the story. So it doesn't really matter when it came to that stage. But for certain years, it was something really special. And beyond every chocolate, from whomever we get from a special person, that again is something really special, and we keep it for some time in the cupboard until the colors from the wrapper goes off. The last chocolate that I'm treasuring at the moment is from the one that I got from my husband. My husband is in the other room. I hope he didn't hear whatever I said. I closed the door. So yeah, without any further stories, back to you, Timur.
I do have chocolate wrappers and my mom scolded me because I store it as a garbage. Been there, done that. Yes. Anybody else would be happy to answer the questions?
Mahalakshmi unmuted.
Yes. This question is for you, Mahalakshmi. What's your take on the sneakers tagline? You're not you when you're hungry. What is your take on this tagline? You're not you when you're hungry. Hungry makes you eat.
Yeah, of course. I'm not me when I'm hungry. Once again, repeat the question. I'm not understanding.
What is your take on sneakers tagline? You're not you when you're hungry.
No, I can't get that.
Can I
Proper
tell?
question.
Can I tell? Can I share? Like
Yes.
this is apt for me. Whenever I'm hungry, I go to different zone. People around me, I get hyper, I get irritated. Like they'll find out that give her food, she'll be happy and she'll come to the right mood. It happened recently to me. We had a meeting. My director had scheduled a meeting at 7. He didn't come till 8. He made us wait, and I was fully hungry. Like I couldn't do anything. I was like irritated. I was shouting, doing lot of things. Then my friends took me to a dessert place. I had. Then I was happy. It food, yeah, chocolates and desserts sets my mood.
I have a friend too who gets angry and grumpy when the order is late. Yes. Oh, I have a question specially for Sammy.
I knew this was coming.
answer this?
Yeah.
If somebody had to bribe you, would chocolates work?
It depends on what chocolate it is.
Oh, can you
If
let
it,
us know what chocolate you want to be bribed of?
oh, so that you can bribe me next time for something.
Okay, that's a secret. I'm not telling you.
So basically, I like chocolates when they are clubbed with bread. As I filled your Google form, I told that I like chocolates when they are infused into donuts. So rather than a plain chocolate or a chocolate that the chocolates that I hate and would never touch are the ones that are that have assorted peanuts and fruits and the fruits in it, the cranberry or roasted almonds. All of that are no for me. I'm just a very old fashioned dark chocolate, plain dark chocolate kind of person.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can bribe
She
me.
indirectly asked you to buy her donuts. That's what happened here.
She asked me that she would eat me if I don't give her things. I mean, the chocolate.
Oh yeah, she could.
I would give her donuts so she doesn't eat me. Yes, thank you all for your enthusiastic participation. Thank you all. Let's go back to know more about chocolates.
Pratiksha, I want to share my thoughts to my question. Shall I?
Yes, sir. Sure, Mahalakshmi. Go on.
Sorry. Previously, I didn't get the moment. Okay. Last time I went to Smoke Hub. That time, it's a buffet system. No, there is every food is ready, but due to some reasons for the celebration, they made me to wait. I was very hungry. I was very hungry. Everybody, the person who serves to next table, not us. They are making a cake for the celebration. I'm shouting the people. Everybody looking at me, why this girl is doing like this. And that time my friend sitting with me, she said she's very much hungry, that's why she's doing like this. I shouted at the bearer, everybody, the server, everybody. I shouted. That is my moment when I'm not me.
Thanks for sharing your story, Mahalakshmi. Once again, thanks for every participant that showed your enthusiasm. Now, let us go back to knowing more about chocolates. July 10th, today. Mark your calendars. It's the World Chocolate Day. And most of the calendars say it is July 7th, so don't come back at me and ask why is it two different dates. Why can we not complain about having two different dates devoted to chocolate? Can we? No, right? Yes. Do we have any ideas about how to celebrate chocolate days? Here are our thoughts. Focus on healthy treats instead of sugar-fluid recipes. Dark chocolate has many health benefits than most of the people assume. And if you don't like dark chocolates, it's because of the sweet bitterness. You probably did not discover the right way to enjoy it. Here, let me tell you how to enjoy a dark chocolate. Take a piece of dark chocolate, put it in your mouth, and don't chew it yet. Just allow it to melt on your tongue, and you will feel the full flavor of cocoa butter overcoming the bitterness note. It's wonderful, right? Try it out. You can use dark chocolates in an easy, healthy recipe that is simple too. Just mix it with the cocoa, honey, hazelnuts, or vanilla extract. Mold it, cool it down, and make a homemade healthy chocolate recipe at home and enjoy. You might be wondering, what makes a dark chocolate better than any other types of chocolate? Why should you replace the sugar, milky dessert with a full-on cocoa flavor? Let me tell you the 10 great benefits of dark chocolate. 1. It has an antioxidant property. 2. Dark chocolates can boost your focus. 3. It protects your skin from dehydrating. 4. It supports you from functions of your heart. 5. Dark chocolates lower blood pressure. 6. Cocoa is rich in good nutrient. 7. It boosts your energy levels. 8. Chocolate is important for pregnant women. 9. Dark chocolate may help in diabetics prevention. 10. Chocolates just makes us happy. Let's switch from talking about antioxidant to another important chemical, PEA, polyethanol ethamine. What does it mean? It's just a chemistry name, right? It triggers our brain and releases the endorphin, the chemical it provides when you feel happy or in love. It is not no wonder why you suddenly feel so good after tasting a piece of high quality chocolate bar. Similarly, to let us know the benefits of impromptu speech, we have our table topic master, Ompa Lopez, aka Toastmaster Bharath. He's a guy who's passionate about public speaking and an extrovert. Working at a structural steel detailing engineer in Bangalore, and he loves chocolate, which doesn't cause any tooth problem. He also loves to share chocolates with people he loves the most. Let's just hope he shares it with us even he doesn't like us. What's better than sharing chocolate, he says. Over to table topic master, Toastmaster Bharath.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratyusha. I hope I'm audible. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. So I hope you have all tasted the chocolate in the chocolate factory, and it's time to have a quick bite of chocolate. I hope you have all guessed what it is. Yes, it's going to be the table topic session. So I'm the table topic master for today's session. So as a table topic master, I'll be giving you a topic and you have to speak about the topic, and you'll be giving a time of 1 to 2 minutes. So if you speak less than 1 minute or more than 2 minutes 30 seconds, you'll be disqualified. So let's ready to eat the chocolate. So who will be my first volunteer? Don't worry, I'm going to give you the easiest topic of all. Darshini, right? Yeah. So Toastmaster Darshini, what is that one chocolate that you like most? What is that one chocolate that you like most? Toastmaster Darshini.
I'll take 30 seconds. All right, let me start. Good evening, everyone. So my question is, what is that one chocolate that you like the most? This question just left me blank, clueless, because how can you just stick to one chocolate and say that's favorite? Isn't it very bad that you're telling one chocolate and the other chocolates you feel bad about it? How can you stick to one chocolate? So I'm going to stick to my answer saying I cannot stick to one chocolate. However, I do have a taste with chocolates that I can't have chocolates that are very sweet. However, I'd like to have chocolates very often. So it has to be either completely dark chocolates or dark chocolate with a little bit of sweet or something else, something like that. But recently, I've been very obsessed, not just recently, since I was a child, I've been very obsessed with Ferrero Rocher, because when I was a child, it used to be very expensive and we didn't get it everywhere. But these days, it's like always there in the fridge and then you eat it all the time. So if you ask me what's my favorite chocolate recently, and since I was a child, I'd stick to Ferrero Rocher, especially the dark chocolate one, which is called Ferrero Ronda, if I'm not wrong. Over to the Toastmasters. Sorry, over to the tabletop.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshini, for giving such a wonderful answer. And now it's time to call the second volunteer. Who will be my second volunteer?
I'll take Bharath. I will take it, Bharath.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Kriti, for volunteering. So, Toastmaster Kriti, so assume you are in a debate, and the debate is about which chocolates are the best, the 90s kids or the 22K kids. So, which one do you prefer? Toastmaster Kriti. So, you're in a debate of 90s kids and 2K kids chocolate, and which one you will tell the best one? Over to you.
Chocolates in a debate. I guess I would like to take 30 seconds before I begin. Yeah, I would like to start. So chocolates in each and everyone's life, let it maybe it is 90s kid or 2000 kid, all have a fond memory with it during their childhood. So coming to the 90s kid, we used to have kacha mango bites, then all mango bites, small. We all have each memory associated with it. So while having a debate, each one will be having a certain memory with those chocolates. So it can't be, I can't tell which chocolate was best during which period, because that fightings for chocolate, going and hiding and having those chocolates, those memories, the more than the chocolates, the memories are attached to those chocolates. So the memories are not debatable here. Everyone they had their best times during their childhood regarding chocolates, and both like, if you can say, uh, those I like both the eras chocolates. Let it now, even the imported chocolates I like, Toblerone and all, and even the chocolates of that era, Milky Bar and all, that is also like best. Like that, I would like to conclude by saying that chocolates are bonded with memories, so it's not debatable on which to choose, is which is favorite, like which is the best. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Kriti, and I hope you won the debate. So, yeah. So thank you for being the beautiful volunteers for me. And I'm considering the time. I'll just end up with 2 TT. And over to you, Toastmaster Pratyusha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharath. Chocolate. What is the feeling of eating a chocolate? Endorphins are not only the brain chemical linked to chocolate consumption. Together with dopamine, serotonin, which is an antidepressant produced by the brain, and along with oxytocin, these are the 4 neurotransmittable forms of quater that is responsible for our happiness, and they are all released when we eat chocolate. Hence, that makes us feel warm and fuzzy, feeling it gives us. It is wrapped with the deliciousness in the moment, childhood memories, and the reward of being good. But do we know about the wrap? Let us check. How well we know about the wraps and their brands by a simple activity where I display you the slogans or taglines, and you will have to find the brand name. Shall we get started? Are you all excited? Give me a minute to share my screen. Can any one of you confirm me that the screen is visible?
Yes,
Yes, it's visible.
Yes. Here are we to the activity section. VTC 109 and Chocolate Factory. Activity time. Yes, the first question is feed your imagination. Which company or the brand has the tagline or the slogan, feed your imagination? The floor is open. Anybody can answer this. No Googling. Please keep your mobile. No Googling. I see that she's seeing her keypad.
I'm clueless. I'm ashamed that I can't find out.
Effects of writing online exams for 2 years. We can't stay off Google.
Oh, please. We all know this. These are all simple.
Hint, Pratisha.
Kriti, can you repeat? I couldn't hear you.
Hint. Can you give hint?
She's asking for a clue.
Yeah, clue.
The whole team is going on this tagline.
Charlie the Chocolate Factory is relating to that.
Yeah, but that's a fictional chocolate.
Yes.
See, that's why I was not
Be
able.
close and you're not telling the name. Spell the name. You are almost like 99.9% there.
I'll take ping a friend option now. Come on, someone.
There's no helpline available. No Googling.
I'll ping Darshini and Darshini will Google.
Who read that book?
I mean, like, I'll turn off my camera so that she can't see.
You're almost there, like 99.9% there.
It's something called double chocolate.
What Willy Wonka is it? Is it Willy Wonka?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Feed your imagination by Willy Wonka. Wonka bars.
Oh, come on. I was thinking about the flavor that Charlie chooses in the shop.
ఇంత దూరం వెళ్ళిపోయింది.
Then by 99.9%, you meant you have mentioned it in your name itself. So that's what you were hinting at.
So we didn't listen to what she was telling Germany. We were just quarreling here.
Next one is different every time. Oh God, I was the one to do this and I don't remember it.
Are these chocolates from Mars? I've never heard of these taglines on Earth.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, even I don't know. I don't see the taglines while eating. Like, they see the name and have.
Oh, I'll ask a question that I forgot to include. Do nothing and stay quiet. What is it?
5 star.
Yes. Okay, now that is from India. Oh, go with this. Different every time.
Different every time.
I thought this is marbles, gem.
Starting with the easiest
Gems.
one, Sweeted, Kondade, Cadbury. Then that would have been better.
yeah, see?
I'm resorting to random guesses at this point. Nestle.
Okay, I'll give you ping a friend option now.
My friend is Google.
Ping me,
I
okay?
don't mind.
Sound you seriously Googling?
Fuck.
Galaxy.
I Googled and got it wrong.
So,
Wow.
Okay, let's move on.
Sweet dreams you can't resist. Ferrero Rocher. Ferrero Rocher. Then what is it?
To be honest, I was the one to create this and I don't remember.
Hershey. Hershey? No.
Let's see because I don't remember.
Nestle. Oh. Okay.
Moral of the story is we are
I
not
think
reading any.
it will come down to Arvin. And sometimes people will start guessing Arvin.
I think Arvind doesn't have a tagline for its
Yeah,
chocolate.
we have to create one.
He read that they manufacture chocolates.
Yeah. Fun fact, Pratisha is
have a-
associated with
Don't have
Arvind.
a tagline for your chocolates because people are not going to remember it. So
Fun fact, my dad works in Arvind.
Yeah, actually she was in Arvind, to be frank.
okay, now I'm like going off video, off mute, off the meeting also. Thank you so much.
Hey, this is Cadbury.
Bronxide.
Oh God.
Oh, this is cranberry filled. Yeah. I eaten
Sorry,
this, Pratisha, but never see.
All that are
The one that come while you're watching cricket match.
Pratyusha, all that our parents got was celebration Cadbury. How can
Free
you
the
not
joy.
say
Kinder Joy. Kinder Joy.
that?
Kinder Joy.
Yeah.
Cadbury.
Oh my God.
This is some scam.
Somebody gave me already.
Actually, I learned today that each and every chocolate that is manufactured by Cadbury's has a tagline or a slogan.
Oh.
Dairy Milk Silk has what be the silk, and dark chocolate has another
what
one.
should have been the tagline for this sweet Erekonda? This is all I know.
That should have been the only question you should have
Only?
told us and move on to the next session. Otherwise,
Thank you.
you are like, basically, you are making us feel bad that we don't know anything about chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job, well done,
Sorry,
Willy Wonka. You have succeeded. Now move on to the next session, please. Like, please don't like. You feel very bad.
It's not our fault, it's promotion fault, sir. That's why we are not remembered.
No, she should have.
Only Cadbury only promoting sweet
But
Erekonda.
Snickers, I remember. Snickers is
No, but
promoting well.
we are literally crying here. No, we don't know. And she's okay. We'll go to the next slide. Feel more bad. We'll go to the other slide. Feel more bad.
No,
If she'd
Snickers.
asked
Snickers.
Snickers,
Yeah, Snickers.
should have asked. First
Yeah.
one, then India, come on.
No, the
How many
problem
ads?
is she should have gone with the
Kit Kat also you
comment
could have
tagline.
said. Kit Kat also
Take
you
a
could have
break.
said.
Yeah,
Take
take
a break. That is also there. They promote it well. There was-
I too feel bad because I was the one to make it. And
Okay,
I
no, you
Doing this
don't
line.
say that.
You have
already
lost,
made
you
us
have
feel
lost
bad.
the rights to say this line after like putting us through this. Okay, so now you have to.
We are so
come up with something
traumatized.
to this chocolate.
sorry and thank you for all your.
Now she'll give chocolates to us. She'll send us chocolates.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm sending my address, Pratyusha. You better send me chocolates.
I will. Let's move on.
But a really good session about things that we didn't know. Willy Wonka, don't feel bad.
Thank
No,
you.
but it was really good. Yeah.
Thank you. So back to the chocolate facts. When measuring sugar and sweetness levels, a refractometer is most commonly used in measuring the Brix scale. The OTPI digital handless refractometer is simple to use and a portable meter that will tell us the level of sucrose present in the sample of matter in a second. Similarly, to measure the level of sweetness of the role players and the participants, let's hear from the general evaluator. Over to Toastmaster Darshini.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. We actually had a visiting Toastmaster in our session, and by VTC's norms, we introduced the person in the beginning. Since we had some last minute backouts and everything, we were not able to introduce this person. So I would like to introduce this person. He has been the VP of he is the VP of Chennai Speakers Forum, and he's also played the president, VPM, VPPR, and CSF. And he's also a person who loves to take motorcycle rides. He's recently been on a road trip from Chennai to Kanyakumari. Okay, I feel like I'm looking at a Simbu movie. Okay, so without further ado, let me call Toastmaster Angeris for giving the evaluation of our speaker, Toastmaster Sadhu.
F square. I thought, okay, she was going to talk about some games. Maybe it's a code to get something done. It's like a cheat code. And then she says, finally found. And then she says, still you have no clue about what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want you guys to feel. And then she reveals, okay, what is it going to be about? Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, like this was one of the most innovative ways to use a title to capture your audience's interest. And that is something that I felt it was really well done with Sadhana's speech today. And I'm going to be highlighting two other areas where my target speaker Sadhana excelled today. And number one was when it comes to this particular project on delivering a speech on leadership styles, it usually turns out to become a speech where you go on and on about a lot of different leadership styles, and you put me to sleep, and sometimes you put the audience to sleep. But I was very glad to see that she had taken the effort to reach out to people to understand what leadership means to them. And I think that's one of the best ways to learn something. You reach out to people, and suddenly you have, just not from one leader, but from 10 or 11 people, you have what they think about leadership, and you're going to take all this in and trying to give a speech on that. I think it is one of the most unique ways in which I've seen this project has been done. So kudos to you on that. Kudos to you for that particular effort. And third thing that I liked was, though there were a lot of terms being put around here, I liked the areas in which she kind of highlighted, like, what leadership means to her. For example, she wouldn't lie to her manager if her colleague is not feeling good, or her importance on dedicating, putting all your dedication in something particular when you're trying to excel at it. There were a lot of examples that were being thrown around, and though it was good, it is also an area of improvement that you can work on. So let me quickly move into the two things that you can work on in this particular speech. So just like I said, your last strength, it was half a strength and half a weakness, because you were talking about 8 different things and you were like quickly moving on to 1, 2, and 3. I couldn't even write down what those 8 different things were. So the best thing would be to do is stick to the rule of 3. Just highlight 3 things that you want the audience to remember, because just like think about it, the 3 musketeers, or even like a film's title called Nil Gurney Cell. Why do they have 3 words there? It is because for you to remember those 3 words. So stick to the rule of 3 when you're trying to talk about a lot of different things. Maybe you can like categorize it under this particular the 3 things that you have highlighted. And the second thing that I would like you to work on, in order to make this thing a bit more challenging, would be to what was the survey like? What actually happened? What was the response? What were the things that they shared with you? If you can take us through these things, it would have been a much stronger speech. Overall, I enjoyed your title and the way the effort that you put into this particular project. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Darshan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anilis. Moving on, let me call upon my tag team for their reports. Firstly, I call upon Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, the timer for today.
Give me a minute, Toastmaster Darshini.
Or I'll move on with Toastmaster Sound.
No, just give me one. I'll finish.
Okay.
I'll share my screen. Okay, Darshini, you can move on. I'll join at the end.
Yes. Let's move on to the R counters report, Toastmaster Sound.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today was a session that did not see a lot of crutch words or filler words used by a lot of everybody. I would normally give my report in the manner of telling people have below 10 accounts, above 10 accounts, and below 5 accounts, and above 5 accounts. So in this session, almost everybody had their crutch and filler words, R's and sinners below 5. So let's all give a pat on our back. Especially, I'd like to mention the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pratyusha, who had a lot of content speaking, but had a great flow in today's session. I did not see any fillers, but instead I saw certain pauses in this in the script that I think that could be worked on. The speaker of today, Toastmaster Sadhana, had very less accounts instead, but on the other hand, she had used the words and like in more amount. So the one instead of using and, what we can use is the meaningful pauses, that is extending the comma mark in our speeches. So instead of using and, you can drag at every single comma and give a pause there. And instead of using like, the word such as could be replaced. So try replacing like with such as, and your speeches would look very flamboyant. So that's it from my side. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saloni. Moving on, let me call upon the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Kriti.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So, coming to my report, it is sad that no one used the word of the day aromatic. I would like to tell you that this aromatic is a word you can use to describe chocolate in many different scenarios. One example is when you're in quite sure what you're smelling, but you still want to give your take. That time you can use this word. And another example is like when the smell is very intense and you want to highlight the fact that it has a bold odor. That time you can use the word. So these are the two different usages of the word. You can try using it. And coming to the good usage of words, which I found in today's meeting, is descent, which has two meanings. One, act of moving downwards or dropping or falling, and the other one is the origin or background of a person in terms of family. And our next word was chocolate liqueur, which was introduced by Toastmaster Pratyusha. That was unsweetened chocolate base of coconut. It is base of the chocolate, which is usually made of coconut. And came across a beautiful phrase by Toastmaster Sadhana. A coin has two sides. That there are meaning there are different ways of looking or dealing with same situation. Then Toastmaster Pratyusha introduced us to the brain chemicals like dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphin. And Toastmaster Saumni used the word flamboyant, which means it is like good. I don't know whether I'm right with the meaning, because last minute she said the word flamboyant, but I have used it somewhere. Okay. It is like very good. Somebody, would you help me with the meaning?
Flamboyant generally means with a flair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And coming to the improvements made in our usage of grammar in our speeches is like, I could find that some people are facing a difficult in the tenses while we are the formation of sentences where we miss our tenses here and there. It's okay if we keep on practicing it through our speeches, prepared speeches, and keep on practicing wherever we go. I guess it will improve. Yeah, that's it to my and this is the end of the report. Thank you. Over to the gentleman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kriti. Let me call upon the timer for today, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi.
Thank you, Darshini. Sorry for the interrupt. I use this time to use the word of the day, that is aroma. Shall I? Yes, thank you. When my father's entered to the home, he appreciated me with the aroma of my gravy what I made. Sorry, I'm okay. I'll try next.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll share my report. Sorry. Yeah, today all are qualified. Toastmaster Sadhana used 5 minutes, 55 seconds, and the evaluator Angriras used 3 minutes, 27 seconds qualified. And we have two table topic masters. Toastmaster Darshini used 1 minute, 21 seconds, and Toastmaster Kriti used 1 minute, 29 seconds. All are qualified. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. Let me quickly give my GE report because of the time constraints. First off, our meeting started at 4:36. Usually we start by 4:30, so let's just stick to starting at 4:30. Today it was understandable, but let's not continue. The essay started off the meeting with great energy. She stated the mission and vision properly. And then coming to my tag team, Timer, Akanta, Grammarian, all the three of them gave their introduction, stated their roles and responsibilities, and also gave a very crisp report. Moving on to the TT session, where Toastmaster Bharath understood the time constraints, and again, he did not explain about the timings of TT speakers because we do not have a lot of guests today. So that is understandable, but let's also have it in mind, if at all we have any guests, let's not do that. Let's just make them understand that this is how it works. And then let's also tell them the time constraints. Tell them the timings. So then moving on to the evaluator for today, Toastmaster Angeris, he gave a very crisp report. He stated the positives, negatives, and then he ended saying what he liked about the speech. So that was a really nice way to give a report. However, one tiny suggestion is to keep up the timing. So that is it. And then moving on to the Toastmaster of the day. Congratulations, Toastmaster Pratyusha, for playing Toastmaster of the day for the very first time. So you did a great job for that. We all didn't even know what activity was when we joined Toastmasters. She had everything in her meeting. She had content, she had information, she had fun, she had activity, everything in it. And it was a very interactive session. So congratulations on that. However, I do have a very small suggestion, is that you can work on meaningful pauses and gestures. So had you added that, it would have been a great impactful session. So that is the recommendation for the Toastmaster today. Moving on, this is one thing that I observed in another club's meeting. So this is a general recommendation for all of us. From the coming meetings, we can time the GE and the Toastmaster of the day. I don't know how they timed the Toastmaster of the day, but they did have a 10-minute mark for the Toastmaster of the day. And they also had a 5-minute mark for the GE report. So this will also help us to finish the meeting on time. So that would be it from my side, and over to the Toastmaster today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshini. I hope everybody would take up the suggestions and work on it. When we are grateful for the things around us, it makes us feel more positive, give us more energy, and help us acknowledge the goodness that occurs in our life. It helps people feel positive emotions, build stronger relationships, and anticipate their life more. Appreciate their life more. Chocolate is one such thing for me, which I'm grateful for. Thank you everyone for joining us in Chocolate Factory this evening and bagging your aromatic sweetness. Have fun rest of the evening. Handing the session over to President Officer and signing off, Willy Wonka, aka TM Pratyusha.
Thank you, Willy Wonka. So may I request everyone to fill in the ballot forms? If everyone has voted, please give me a thumbs up. Kriti? Sadhana? Oh, thank you. So starting off with the best tag role player of the day, it goes to the Archonter of the day. Thank you, everybody. And the best table topic speaker of today goes to Toastmaster Darshini. The best role player of today. Any guesses?
Toastmaster Pratyusha.
Absolutely. Goes to the first time TMOD Toastmaster Pratyusha for playing Willy Wonka. Thank you, everybody. I have a few special mentions for today's session. Firstly, thank you, Toastmaster Abhirami, for the installation. And honestly, we had a very nice term last 1 year with our area director, Toastmaster Muthukumar. And he was a very approachable person and a very friendly person. And we're very sad that he was going and a new officer was coming in place. But we are so satisfied and even overjoyed to have you here. And so thank you for making us all so comfortable. So would you like to give feedback on the session?
Definitely. One thing that, always in life as human beings is like based on our past experience, that's how we, assess the future or perceive things that we see in the future. For me, being at CTM, always when I used to go to any meeting, I never used to be impressed with the meeting. But for the first time when I came here, the way you interact or the way you conduct the meetings, top notch. Quality and also the entertainment element. I was really enjoying the meeting end to end, from start to end. Maybe many times people tell VTC the number of people are less, but I don't feel that, honestly. I feel your meetings are so full, starting from your theme, or even that I don't know if she's made that hairband thingy for this theme or it's only for I don't know, it's appearing like that. For whatever she has done, the background, I don't know, the BPP has put designed it. It looks amazing. Everything is like in sync. Even the general evaluator and timer are syncing with the theme. This doesn't happen in all the meetings. Most of the time people are given the feedback, you're not able to tie the theme to all the elements. So here I could see everything was so very well organized and beautifully done. You guys all have a great future within the club, outside the club. I can really see that. I'm sure this year is going to be a really big super year, because in life when you're too good, sometimes life will test you, but eventually things will fall in place when you just stand there and say, I'll be there, do whatever. So I see that happening for all of you, and I'm delighted to be here. Thank you so much. Back to you, President Sauguni.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhirami, for being so motivating. We hope to meet you on next Sunday.
Definitely.
So another special mention is to our newest VPPR, Toastmaster Shrutika, for coming up with an innovative way of introducing the session to every one of us. So we were expecting a poster that could be floated to all our guests and people outside the club, but she gave us a poster in the form of a golden ticket as a ticket to the session. So that was very innovative, and she also made a video for the session. So as someone who's getting her hands on the video editing tools and graphic designing tools for the first time, brilliant job done, Shrutika.
Thank you so much, Savini.
And I wanted to thank Anjiras for taking up evaluators. Since morning, we had a back out for evaluator. And usually, like whenever there's a back out, we all, feel so down. But finally, thankfully, like Toastmaster Abhirami said, like we faced it and we pulled down a very beautiful session today. So great job to every one of you. And yeah, so and the star of today, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pratyusha. So great job for keeping it all together. A little backstory: just 1.5 hours back, we were stuck in rain in just outside VIT, and the rain was pouring on top of our heads. And she was driving. I was sitting at the back, and the rain was on our specs, and she was even able to drive properly. And we were so freaking out there if you would be able to make it back to the session. But here you are, who pulled on a very a flamboyant session. So great job. We are looking forward to seeing more good content from you. So thank you, everybody. With that, let me adjourn VTC 109.